one way to forget about pain is to do something that you will be in completely. So, computer games, for me, it was everything. I'm from Ukraine, my nickname is Dendi. I finished my university and I'm just playing computer games right now.
Он занимался музыкой, он играл на фортепиано. Он занимался танцами. В школе мы ставили музыкальные сказки, где он исполнял главные роли. Зрители всегда восхищались его артистичностью. Их детская группа выступала, Данила очень выделялся.
When we were growing up, it wasn't a good time financially for our family. But my grandma helped us to get our first computer in 1997, early, comparing with other kids in Ukraine. We got visitors every day. The friends of my older brother used to come to visit us, and we were playing games.
And Danil, every time, look what we do. Every time we try to push him away, but he come back and look again.
Это было все в большей степени, чем у моих детей.
During all his conscious life, we were trying to stop him from playing. We were hiding our computer cord everywhere in our apartment, but he always found it.
Мне всегда хотелось его больше понять, даже его вот то увлечение, мне хотелось больше понять, и были на то причины, я не буду о них сейчас говорить. Думаю, где-то в душе он, наверное, немножко жалеет, что он...
She stopped preventing him from playing Dota. She gave Dendi the freedom to choose what is the best for him in his life.
When you played the Russians and the Ukrainians, they were just the unpredictable teams. I had no idea what the Russians were thinking. That was their best weapon.
Well, we're having fun. We're trying to relax. We're trying to scare our opponent. Mind games, mind games. I turn off my brain in the way of being scary of someone.
One of the things I really admire about him is how he hasn't really had an easy life, but he's always so upbeat. He's always so cheerful.
When he first came on the Dota scene, he looked like a 12-year-old boy. Everyone was just like, who is this kid? There's no way you could take this guy seriously. And then he would destroy you in games.
Как-то я видела, показали даже где-то в интернете, как он работает с клавиатурой. И это действительно завораживает. Я думаю, что Данилу, может быть, и где-то пригодилась его игра на фортепиано, потому что руки у него совершенно потрясающие.
He can make really good moves. His moves, I think, are unique, and they might win you the game. But he wants to rely completely on skill. He wants like an enemy against him, and he wants to kill him through skill, nothing more. He wants to win the game. His disadvantage is that he doesn't have patience. He wants to make those moves.
He can get a little bit too silly in games. He will try new and different things. He will overextend in team fights because he believes he can get the kill.
And his impatience can go too far, and he might lose the game for us.
Oh, Fury, he's going to go in. This should be the first blood. They got the sprout on Sanjing as well. There's probably going to be a double. Dendi's ulti. It hits. Dendi, no, he thought he cannot be. This is Dendi through and through. Starts with a Hex, goes to Cold Snap. He locks him in place. Weaver, really close to death. Manages to time lapse back out again. Dendi will TP back to safety. So GG being called by IG NaVI. They will take the game. Our winners bracket finalists are going to be NaVI versus Scythe.
Most teams that you see that have the most fan bases are full nationality. Our team is all spread out across the world.
He does have it a little harder than us because he doesn't really have this human support that we do.
Keşfiz guys. It's not fair. Keşfiz guys. I just woke up, it's not fair. My haircut still crazy, you know? But I don't care. Okay, I have everything with me. Let's go.
We are now at the final day of the International Dota 2 Championships. It is NaVI. They have a one-game advantage, sitting very, very sweetly in the grand final. Who will get a shot at the $1 million?
NaVI was running the same strategy the whole time, and no one seemed to be able to counter it.
NaVI loves pushing from minute 10 and trying to end the game at minute 15. Those strategies are very sensitive because if you fail even once, it can become a very difficult game for you. EHOM has been known for how well they defend their base. So if there was a team that could stop NaVI's push, it would be EHOM.
And let's get this game underway. The players will start to pick up their heroes with $1 million at stake. NaVI will need to win 2. EHOM will need to win 3.
Running a very, very old school strategy with 3 core heroes, EHOM managed to survive NaVI's onslaught early.
It's all on Dendi. PLT TP'd himself in. Dendi on the retreat. Back out to the tower. Will he get himself away? X, yes, there it is. Last hit, 3-5-7. The Venomancer brings down Dendi in the middle.
Every time you see Dendi perform, he's always playing very well, and he usually doesn't lose his lanes.
So Dendi, like, his impatience is that Chinese teams, they are patient. They look out for the fact that you might cross the line, and they will take you and kill you and win the game through those situations.
Trouble in the middle lane again. There's already the gush, 3-5-7 PLT. Everyone is right on top of Dendi. He's in the wrong place.
The way NaVI played, they really gamble, basically.
Dendi's really been ganked, just shut down. Another single kill to his name as well. Now NaVI going to assault inside the base. Watch our style. Tier 3 tower VS swap. Arsenal in the wrong place. Do know as well. Big enemy straight popping off. Rapid report from line of heaven. Unable to affect EHOM. Puzzle will go down. They want to be initiated on NaVI. They need to fall back.
They take your little upsets and they just win the game through those mistakes.
GG from NaVI. EHOM is celebrating right now inside the booth. NaVI cannot believe it. They've dominated this tournament up till now, and EHOM takes the first match so convincingly.
That was the first loss of NaVI during the whole tournament. They went undefeated until the grand final.
We're going to have a 15-minute break and be right back here soon. NaVI, they need to compose themselves. EHOM, well, they just need to be awesome. What a play by them.
Any lose actually make me pretty sad.
We try to put family pictures here. This is our mom and dad, and I think that this one is our favorite actually.
My childhood, we lived full life, and dad was working for all our life.
But he helped us every time in every problem. I just ask him that he'll do everything for me, for Katya, for Danil as well. But Danil's and Farah was like friends.
Действительно, мой муж был просто фанатичным рыбаком. Данил был, ну, я бы сказала, можно сказать, его самым лучшим учеником по рыбалке. Данил имеет такое же терпение и такую же выдержку, как и его папа. Он мог часами сидеть и смотреть на поплавок, который даже не пытался дергаться.
They can sit with no speaking for hours and just enjoy each other's company. They understood each other without words.
One day I was going fishing, but Dad never showed up. And when I came home, it's already super late. He was feeling bad. He went to hospital. He decided to stay for a few weeks, you know, so we watch everything, stuff like this. And cancer.
It was a very big shock for me because he was very thin. I cannot understand, this is my father. We were sure that it must be okay, but it's very short time.
I was really sad and was crying a lot. I was sad about I couldn't say him many times how much I love him.
Ну, после того, как папы не стало, он не ездил на рыбалку ни разу. Ни разу. То есть пока это все осталось в прошлом.
Actually, I spent more time on your computer because I could not think about it. It's like a distractor. It was like a start time, actually. The push to play more. And that's maybe one of the reasons why I'm playing now. Maybe I wouldn't play at all.
The relationship of Danil and my mom grew stronger these days. They support each other and they are very good friends. I think that this is very important for Danil.
You know, 5 years ago I wouldn't care about many things. Now I'm thinking about it a lot. Something knock you down, you need to learn to get up. So I'm trying to research this. To learn to get up. This is the most important moment in my life because everything I worked on wasn't useful, and now I have a chance to win this tournament for my family.
So we have currently EOM and NaVI playing in the grand finals. NaVI just lost one game versus EOM, and it's 1-1. So both teams have to win 2 matches in order to win the $1 million.
Because our picks looked completely different. We were like passive and stuff. People thought like we lost the first game, we're gonna lose the second game. We were maybe a little bit demoralized. We really needed to change to a different pick. We were missing something.
А Enigmu мы взяли просто, чтобы у нас был сильный тимфайт на замес 5 на 5.
It was like last hero left and I never played it before.
And then we're like, Dendi, you go. And he's like, guys, I've never played it, but I could do it. So we took the risk of taking him and risking maybe playing him badly.
So it looks like down on that bottom lane, Dendi will be taking the Enigma. It is going to be a very, very rough lane.
NaVI lost the game. They're playing something now that they're not as confident with. eHome figured out NaVI, figured out how to play against it, and so I'm going to stick to my word and I'm going to say eHome will win it.
It was incredibly ballsy from Dendi to do that, on the verge of winning $1 million for your team.
这个行为真的是非常非常的愚蠢，这等于是一个可以说等于是一个自杀性的行为。
Dendi really now caught out. He's in trouble. Rockets are flying. FCB long way in on the tower. Land the stun. Tinker just lasers into death. It will cost FCB his life.
That we made some little mistakes. We played a really semi-type of like turtle strategy, really passive. We don't play like that.
Puppy and Dendi just want to retreat back out. A2-1. What a fissure. PLT is there. Echo slam as well. Beautiful play there by eHome.
But I know if I die not for nothing.
X in the middle lane. Forced. Rocket. Laser. There's enough. Dendi goes down in the middle lane. Again, eHome control.
Sometimes this can be like you dying, but your teammates picking up more.
eHome, they still want to push out that mid.
They weren't ready for Dendi Enigma. It was a patient Enigma. That was the most patient Enigma in the world.
Here. Dendi as well. Gonna look for the hole. Black hole! 3 gonna go down for eHome.
Currently NaVI, they have the advantage now.
That really impresses me, how he's able to make that transition. You just have to have the balls, basically.
He was scared of losing, that's why he was so patient and he did everything right.
Their strategy, it's kind of similar to how eHome won.
NaVI defeated them late game, and I think this really shattered eHome's confidence.
And GG is the call from eHome. NaVI, they take the game, and they are only one win short of taking home $1 million. But the question really is...
We hardly won the second game.
Chinese teams generally are feared for the late game potential.
So we hit the point now, the gloves come off. eHome, they will master their knowledge, their experience, their calls up against NaVI. And Puck will be the last hero for NaVI, the nimble hero there already. Once again, a lot of aggressive heroes for them. NaVI, Light of Heaven, playing as the Beastmaster again, with Dendi playing as the Puck this time. If NaVI wins this, they win the whole tournament. This clash of the Titans right here is something we will not want to miss. X will come in closer. They will be able to get that kill. Doom now on Dendi. Pulled in by X. The entire eHome team turns on him. Lish will go down. FCP's on the run.Avorsov up the chase of him. Might be enough. Needs some more damage. Oh! X long jump in. Dendi orbing up on the high ground on FCP. First off the wall, the rip. Orbing up to get the kill. He's on the retreat. Yes, it is. Dendi with the last right click. eHome now. They're going to rotate themselves down. NaVI already in the pit. They're going to try and bring down Roshan. All five. Dendi! He's going to jump out. He goes for the dream call. He gets him. He gets eHome. Holds him in the middle lane. NaVI already on the way out of the pit. They're coming in to help out Dendi.
Then we just went in and demolished them.
Now they're on top of the tier 3 tower. They're going to bring it down. Yes, it does. It goes down. eHome, they're trying desperately to defend, but NaVI, the onslaught will continue. The mid tower is already being pushed. The tier 4 tower is going to go down, and running in right now is the rest of NaVI. They're running forward to $1 million, and they will get it. The GG is the call from eHome. NaVI have just won $1 million. eHome do take home $250,000 in second place, but NaVI are the champions. There's moments of esports that are landmark, and this is one of them in Cologne. And NaVI, the winners, you guys have just made history.
I was jumping on the sofa and screaming like crazy girl because I was the happiest girl in the world and my brother just won $1 million.
I think in 10 years' time, all the gamers which we currently have showing themselves, they're going to be the guys that we will look back at and say, this was the beginning, this is where it all started. These are the guys that worked hard, and they took the risk, they proved themselves, and they forwarded the entire industry to the point where we could have a kickstart, we could show the world what we do, and then who knows how big we can get at that point.
We've come far already. When more and more people support it and it becomes more and more normal, it's going to go from a niche to becoming accepted in societies.
I think in 15 years, sports would be bigger than football, than basketball, than everything.
That kid who you thought played too many video games is potentially going to be on a path where he's earning $250,000 a year salary. He's flying the world. He's going to be endorsed. Gaming's the biggest entertainment industry in the world. So if you're a star, you are potentially one of the biggest stars in the world.
So if that, like everything else with computers, grows exponentially or whatever, then 5 or 10 years could be a big step, actually.
Changing mindsets is never easy. So it's going to take a while. When the gamers now become parents, we will be supporting